What is up, everybody? It's Fluffy, and today we're here with a little bit of heat. Today we're going to be bringing up the cycle of streamer Twitter and the topics they bring up, debunking a few and explaining some better. If you're new to the channel, you're not going to want to miss this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button as well as turning on all notification bells so you can be notified the next time I upload a video, as well as leaving a big old thumbs up because it really helps the YouTube algorithm. And let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Now that we're through all that, so if you're familiar with streamer Twitter at all, then you know that there is a range of topics that seem to be cyclical. A lot of them have to do with people giving advice. A lot of this advice is unsolicited or maybe not even entirely accurate. So let's dive into a few of them. I brought up a list. Let's cue list here. Let's cue list. We'll do this Devin Nash style here. So the cycle of streamer Twitter. So what we got here, first and foremost, we've got boobs are stealing your views. This is 100% false. Listen, not everybody wants to watch you pop 90s on Fortnite or go on adventures in Minecraft. It's just the name of the game. You're looking for people that are of the same feather. There's going to be a lot of different people on this platform. We're all competing for views. And what you need to understand is that the consumer is the viewer. And they are looking for a product that you may not necessarily offer, such as they might be looking for a female streamer to watch and you happen to be a guy playing the same game, but they're not looking for the 1000th guy playing Minecraft or Fortnite. They're looking for somebody a little more warm and caring, and they're really looking for that femininity. So they choose to go into a girl streamer instead of your stream, but that doesn't mean they're stealing your views. To steal your views, they'd have to actually, like, go into your stream and jack everybody, like, yeah, here we go. We're just gonna steal everybody. Oh, now you're here. It just doesn't work that way. So that cycle can stop. It's kind of redundant. It can go away. Next up, we're gonna be looking at... Let's get rid of this one. So boobs are not stealing your views. You are marketing to the wrong target audience that would rather watch females. I'm sorry. Okay, next one up on the chopping block is this lovely discussion. Turn off your view count. And there's a little bit of a misrepresentation with what's being said here. This ties into a later one, but let's start with the turn your view count off. So the reason this is said, and it's never really explained, is that whether you have one person watching or 1,000 people watching, you should give your best performance and perform like you're going out and you're performing in front of millions of people. You need to be a professional. You need to have everything tip-top, and it shouldn't matter how many people are there. Once you really hone in and perfect your craft, people will start showing up. Best believe me, that's that. So if I'm ever going to give you a tip, it's perfect your craft and act like there's a million people there, even if the thing says 0. So it's more of an explanation than a debunk. You're more than welcome to keep your view count on, and that's going to tie into a later thing. So let's time out on that. We're going to go on to the next one here. Let's go. Okay, so turning your view count off, explained a little bit more clear. Equipment doesn't matter. So, personally, I feel like this is a little bit of a gatekeeping move from people who may not necessarily be able to afford better equipment. It's typically tied in with things like, oh, if your performance sucks, then it doesn't matter what equipment you have. Dude, you're absolutely right, but I'm telling you right now that there is a drastic shift, and I'm pretty sure you can look at a lot of different streamer statistics and look at when they upgraded their equipment and the views that came in afterwards. And you'll notice that once the equipment was improved, there was more viewership. Nobody wants to watch a scuffed stream. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to watch that. And nobody's ever been able to say, you know, they can't list a number of streamers who don't have a webcam or have straight up shitty equipment that are in the top spot. It just doesn't happen like that. That'd be like going to your film crew and being like, okay, boys, today we're filming on Motorola Razrs from the early 2000s and it's gonna be great. But what about the quality? It doesn't matter. It absolutely does matter to have great quality, but before you decide that you want to take the step into that quality, there's a couple of things you need to ask yourself. You know, do you intend on streaming for a longer period of time? Is this something you really enjoy and want to take further? And does your budget allow for these upgrades? So if this is something you're very serious about, you have the funds available to make these purchases with no impact to your financial standings, then absolutely upgrade your equipment and don't listen to Twitter. Next. It's about fun. It's about fun. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's about fun. That's just not true. There's going to be a range of people who are on the Twitch platform, and for some, that could very well be true, but for the 99% of you out there virtue signaling, saying that, you know, I just do this as a hobby, it's all for fun, you're full of shit. You're full of shit, and you need to stop lying to yourself. You did this because there's other big names like Ninja and what have you, Dr. Disrespect. The names don't matter. You did it because they were making a large sum of cash and you were hoping to quit your day job, and it's time to be honest with yourself about that. Just because it hasn't panned out that you were making as much as Ninja doesn't mean that you can cast that. It's almost like trying to pigeonhole somebody to not strive for success by saying it's only about fun. For some people on this platform, it's about business, and business is competitive, and part of being competitive is being serious about it. And sometimes when you work, even if you really do love something, it can be stressful, so it's not always going to be fun. You have guides that you need to hit, you have goals that you need to hit, and I promise you, if you keep a business type approach to the way you stream with setting real incrementable goals and really watch yourself, you can grow your channel. But first you have to watch yourself. If you can't watch your own VODs, then why the hell would somebody else? But it's not necessarily all about fun, and it really burns my ass hairs when people hop on Twitter and they push that, and there's a trend on Twitter to be woke when it's not really a wokeness. Most of this is a business. Most of you came here to earn money playing video games. Yes, you should have fun doing what you love, but no, it's not all about fun. I'm sorry. That is false. That leaves us with one more. And that is numbers don't matter. So this ties into some of the previous ones. It ties into turning off the view count. It ties into it's all about fun. Numbers do matter. Not in the way you think, and not as typically much as you would expect. So yeah, you're applying for a sponsorship and they want to know what your social media outreach is. It could influence the depth of your deal. You know, what kind of a percentage are you getting? Are you getting a monthly stipend? Are they paying you royalties for using your name. If you have more to offer because you have higher numbers, you will make more than your peers who are only streaming to 3 or 4 people and they only have a few likes on their posts, because most of these sponsorships have to do with selling products. Selling products is a business. If you are not good at selling products like your Twitch account, then companies will not want you to sell their product because it will be a waste of time for them. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. Most sponsorships are commission-based, and they're really more of an affiliate program than they are sponsorship until you hit a large sum of concurrent viewers, which, hey, wait a minute. Large sum of concurrent numbers, seems to me numbers matter. But next time you're applying for a sponsorship, I guarantee you that the bigger companies do have multiple tier systems, and they do ask you your average viewership, and they do ask you, what's your social media outreach? How many impressions do you have? What platforms are you on? How many subscribers on YouTube do you have? These are all very real questions, and they have very real impact on your career on Twitch. So now, where this could be true if they're going to try and skew it is, if you're just trying to have fun. Well, personally, I might be a little petty here, but if I was just trying to have fun, I'd just play offline. I wouldn't stream it. But that's a me personally thing. I know a lot of people do have, it helps with social anxiety and whatnot, and it's a good outlet, and it can be a hobby for some people. But to me, numbers are absolutely important. If you are looking to make this a career, numbers do matter, just not as much as you think, but as much as you'd expect. You do have to have real approachable numbers. Like, you can't say, well, today I had 3.5 viewers, and tomorrow I'm going to have 4.3. What's really obtainable, and what goals do you have? You have to kind of set out your schedule. Where do you expect to see yourself in 5 months, 5 years, 5 decades? And what kind of growth would you like to see along the way? And what are you going to do to hit those goals? And again, if you employ typical business practices, numbers do matter, and they will, in the long run, impact your financial side of streaming. So that's it. That's the 5 cycles of streamer Twitter that we see quite periodically. Hopefully, at some point, they can throw in a little spice, because it's getting tiring, it's getting old, nobody really wants to see this shit anymore. Let's move on. Yeah, on that note, if you haven't done so already, like, comment, subscribe. If you disagree with me, let me know down below. Always willing to hear somebody else's standpoint. We might not necessarily agree, but always interested in hearing. Fluff out.